Hi guys, Mr. Tanner here in the Latin shed, ready to bring you another video all about Latin language. Okay guys, time for part 2 and a bit of an explainer. So, this is what we were looking at in part 1. We looked at verb formation, we looked at how basically verbs are made up of multiple building blocks. A stem, a tense marker, a person ending, potentially other stuff as well. We looked at imperfect and perfect tenses. This one, the perfect tense, well, it doesn't always look quite like this. Little Robot's here and is going to help us look a little bit further at other ways that the perfect tense might form. So, first of all, we need to think about this. If you remember that the proper word for a group of nouns is declension, and they're sorted by their endings. So the first declension for all the nouns ending in "a", the second declension for all the nouns ending in "us", the third declension for basically all the other nouns that are out there. Well, conjugations are basically declensions for verbs. So the first conjugation are verbs whose stem ends in "a". Second conjugation are verbs whose stem ends in "a", along "e". The fourth conjugation are for verbs whose stem ends in "e", that's a long "I". And the third conjugation is basically like the third declension, it's for everything else. It doesn't really have that one thematic vowel, that usual vowel at the end. Why are we talking about this now? Well, the different conjugations behave slightly differently in the perfect tense, and also in the future tense, but that's for the future. So, first conjugation, fourth conjugation, very well behaved, have that vi, the we marker, so ambulavi and audivi. First conjugation is very well behaved and basically does that all the time. The fourth conjugation, yeah, mostly. Here comes the second conjugation, and that's docui, ui. The Romans use the symbol v both for consonantal w and for the vowel Your textbook's pretty good in that it uses two different symbols to help you differentiate. But if you think about dokaui, if you say that often enough and fast enough, it ends up looking like, or sounding like dokui. And then we're left with the third conjugation. Since the third conjugation doesn't have a usual thematic vowel, it has to do something completely different. In its most basic form, it adds an S to the stem. But this is affected by the other consonants around it as well. So when it comes to third conjugation verbs, you'll basically just need to learn their tense marker. I do sincerely apologise on behalf of the whole of the Latin language for this. Look at the examples, think about them. Alright, time to grab a pen and some paper, or whatever it is that you usually do at this point, and see whether we can sort this out a little bit. Some examples coming up. So, in this exercise, you're going to organise the verbs into their conjugations. You're going to do this based on their tense marker, and then, once you sort them out, have a go at giving the present tense version. Pause the video now. Here comes your answers. So, all the ones that end in arwit are going to go in the first conjugation. So got portarwit, latravit, and ambulavit, from portat, latrat, and ambulat respectively. Then placuit and monuit and docuit come from placet, monet, and docet. Discessit and traxit come from discedit and trahit and go in the third conjugation. They're the funky looking ones, they don't have the VI. And then audiwit and dormiwit from the fourth conjugation, because they've got that long E sound in the middle. Okay, here's another bonus verb. It's the verb to be, again, usually is at this point in the video. And I'm just adding an extra tense. Caecilius fuit, Caecilius has been. And look, it's got wit in it. Often translated as was, just because English is weird rather than Latin. So, now at least we can define what a conjugation is. A group of verbs sorted by the vowel at the end of their stem. And we can explain the way that the different conjugations generally form their perfect tenses. Hope that was useful to you guys. See you again soon. Bye for now.